Hello, friends. This is Ad Zeros, and I just wanted to confess that after I posted my result and I did overtrade it. And what happened here? Look at this. I overall made more money, but then after I closed it out, I saw FLGT. FLGT trade I was looking at from last 4 days, and I just gave a little bit more room, and it cost me $1,000 of all the profit I had. But at the same time, I had the three trades, one CPSH short and one RKT. And the moment the CPSH broke rejected the VWAP, I traded that. I'm going to discuss this with you. And RKT, I was in the chat room. Danny called it. I took it small share size here. Since I already made my profit back, I just stopped loss on the few cents and I just wanted to call it a day because it's too much for me to do that. But let me quickly discuss the CPSH trade. I think that was a very interesting trade. So here, if you look at it, I was basically wanted to short this level. I created this level. And if you look at the 5 minute candle here, see here, this is a bull flag made it, and after this flag, it went all the way up to $30, and then it went back down, rejected strongly, and that's where I noticed it. So first view of rejection, second view of rejection. I wanted to short here because see here's a very good M formation plus previous support. But when I traded it, it just dropped, you know, almost if you see the 1.15, almost $1 bar. And then I don't want to take a short again. I just wanted to wait to see that if it's consolidated. And it consolidated in the one bear flag, and then once it broke this, I shorted it, and immediately when I shorted it, it spiked up and it went all the way. If you see here, it almost went 70 cent, which was almost my stop loss, that if it's break this previous support, which has become now resistance, and if it break this, then I'm gonna take a stop in a loss on it. But then the moment it touched, it rejected again. I loved it. I added into my position. I added more after the break of 21. Profit, and I put the stop loss at my break even, but then it spiked again and then stopped me out with the, I think I instead of the break even, I guess I lost 113 $33 on this trade. Otherwise, I would be, if I took a profit here, is almost I was $300 in. Anyway, this is the life of day trader. That sometime you will spike down, you will get benefit, sometime you will lose money. Let's talk about the FLGT trade. I don't want to discuss that. Was the really bad trade. I mean, I shouldn't be taking it. And it's just that because from last few days I was looking at it and I wanted to short. And I think when I'm looking it back, it was completely a wrong trade. Let's discuss the PayPal trade. PayPal trade was really a nice trade. I wanted to scalp. So so you hear and you know that I love. If you're following me, you know that I love looking at the uh, VWAP trades. So see if here it went up all the way up, came down, and all the way up again. And it's first bear flag, second bear flag. So I don't want to short here because it's a second bear flag and it's sometime it bounced back very hard and it was already up for the day. And I don't want to take a risk on it. But then I saw this. This is the going up, see one, two, three, four candle, and then strongly reject it and come back to that point. And when it came back, I said this is going to be my entry, and my stop loss would be this. So almost 60 cent stop loss. Sorry, almost here. So this is this high of this candle. That was my stop loss. I can just put it for you. So this is was my stop loss. I don't want to go all the way up because it's already rejected. So I wanted this level wanted to be my stop loss. The first moment I took it, and it's just a one-way ticket. First profit I took it almost. two and a half points. Then the next I took it here, almost 4 points, almost 3 points, and then it bounces back. So I was right, and it was very small share size because I was done for the day, so I don't want to take a risk of shorting something which was very strong on the day. Uh, CGC trade, Yogi gonna go over with you, but I love this pattern as well. So it's not only was extended on a daily. If you look at the daily, you will already Yogi has covered in his uh, pre-market session that how you know bullish it was. It will extend it in the daily chart. But look at the daily chart extended, but you also need to see an intraday. So Yogi might have traded much before me. I think his entry was before me. But what I wanted to see when I shot, strong stock is first it should be under the close, previous day close, which was here, 44.94, and then it should also be need to be under the VWAP. So if it's not under the VWAP, then I would not trade it. So if you see here, the moment it was there, and my stop loss was just here. So 44.94 was a close, and I just wanted to do extra 15 cents in case it just spike up. So my stop loss around this candle, which is almost 45.20, 45.18. Was my stop loss. So it went down. I added back into my position. I think this add was unnecessary because I didn't give enough chances for CGC to have a complete bear flag and do consolidate after the big drop. So I think this ad was definitely unnecessary. This ad was fine. I think I should take responsibility. This was fine because its drop is broke this previous consolidation, but then it came down, it went back up to test the again the close. And at that time I was getting nervous because it was reached very close to my stop loss, but then it strongly rejected the you know yesterday close, and I was very happy to see that because I don't want to see this candle, particularly 943 candle closing above the yesterday close. So and then it back up, and then moment it break this consolidation, I added back again. So now I was in 1.2 position. I mean, I have 120% position because I added 4 times. And that's why you will see the CGC this much. And when I added, but as I mentioned, when I added, I usually don't take too much risk to pull back on me. So I put the trailing order here. In the first trailing order, I got the profit here, which was this trade. Then I took the profit again here because it was too much spiking. So I just put the trailing order here, the next trailing order, and then here. And then this was I was just putting as reference in. And then this is just like unlucky, like yesterday as well. If you see here, the candle is not yet started here, but it's just the ask was there, and because we are CFD platform, so it just stopped me out and then pushed down so hard. So if I give a little bit more room, then I would be in a more profit than that. And then I took the next profit target here. Then I saw this getting a base here consolidated, so I took some profit out here, and then I added here, and it went pulled back up, and you know I was just saying, okay, if it's going to pull back because it's already screwed my average, is only 150 shares are left, and I just added a very small amount of shares. The moment it pulled back on me, I just removed the piece I've added, and then I took the profit here, and then I closed the position here. Now let's talk about the QRVO. QRVO, I should not. So basically, what made me upset on the QRVO, I took this trade before Mayor because I wanted to take this opening range breakdown, and my high of the day was my stop loss. So it came down, hit my first entry and it consolidated, so I was good on it, and I added here. Once I added here, you see that it's just pushed me down. I was almost $600 in the profit, but before I take the profit, it just went back up and created dodgy entry. And I don't know this what happened here. I was mistakenly have closed this trade, and this was my execution error. And since it was an execution error, I has to take a loss of $600 just because of an execution error, and then that will make me upset. Then I have to re-add it in the position, but then I got the very bad entry. So I got 600 loss, and then I also coming back in with 1.16, almost 1 point later. And then you see here it's making basis, and it spiked me out, and I closed out. I think that was the entry. Then that I did, if you're gonna say this is that was my third trade now. So I lost mistakenly when 1 hour here, and then I mistakenly lost uh, almost 2 hour here. But then I wanted to short it on the VWAP, but I was just, you know, I don't know why I didn't trigger the button. So I was waiting, and I say, okay, I wanna take put the entry here, very small size, and if it's break, it's break. If it doesn't break, if it pull back to VWAP again, I will add into my position because this entry was very small and I purposefully did that. So then it happened here. So I added on the VWAP, is rejected the VWAP, and my stop loss is the same here above the VWAP. If it's broke this point 67.50 with the half whole number, then I will just that this level which I have, that was my stop loss. And it went down, and I added, and I see then this price action was very jumpy, so I took profit out here, and then I took some profit out here, some profit here, and then I put the stop loss on my break-even cost, which is here. And then it just spiked me out again, went back up again, and that's it. And that's it. And then I didn't trade again. So you see here, uh, if I just show you a little bit more. So that was my when I taking a profit. This was my almost 1 point profit, but I was expecting more than that. But it was just uh, too choppy at the low of the day, and therefore I lost almost 1500, which is my 3 hours I've lost here, and then two loss on FLGT, which is a very poor trade. And yeah, but I am glad that I made it back with CGC and CPSH trade. So hope you guys also have a good day, and feel free to give me your feedback and let me know if you wanted to hear any other topic, and I will create a video for you guys. Thank you.